Part 2, Mr. Don Terris. 8:23 in the morning, West Coast time, June 19th, 2025, and yes, my dog is still being a pain in the ass. She's an elderly lady this morning, and she's really acting the part. Dave and I, my big brother. By the way, try not to disturb your zen there, pal. There you see the cabinet on my left? Upper shelf. Yeah. Ma was back in 2013, Dave was 2018, and Dave was about 2014. Last 10 years has not been fun or easy. But more of my groveling about that one on the rest of my channel of the Diary of a Griever named John Weaver, which is me. Hey, there she goes again. Now she's going to get to that squeal again. When you're a caregiver to a dog, you have to keep a 24/7 gaze on her half the time. When she gets her energy up a little bit, she's actually able to run around a little bit. Things about taking care of a dog, I tell you. From a youth to... yeah. She's not dying yet. She is getting old, my friend. So Dave and I were over at the port, and we saw the Monarch of the Seas. For some people, it's an ugly-looking ship, but sometimes she grows on you as a Royal Caribbean monster. And I miss that baby. I missed that girl. She transferred from one company to another company, but man, you really had to get to know her. And I missed that love. 3 days, Don. Up and back to Ensenada. You do a day over at Ensenada, do a sea day, and then you come back the next day. The story was, when Dave and I were sailing this ship, we saw 2 dock workers, believe it or not, in a dinghy. There's the story. Red Skelton, when he was alive, was doing all these skits. And on old-time comedy radio, he was doing one about Heathcliff and Gertrude, 2 seagulls. So the story in this thing was, and I still can't find this one anywhere online. So these 2 pelicans are watching. The reason why I keep taking people sometimes to the maps, because sometimes there's details that even I miss. And sometimes the pictures really suck, but if I can take you back, my friend, on the Google Maps, to the port of Los Angeles, to the World Cruise Center. The dock is 94, which is the one enclosed. Looks like a cul-de-sac. Aft is sticking its butt out. The fore is at docks. Now the Google Maps right now show a lot of changes, but there used to be wooden areas in this area, right along the edges. And it's in this section over here that we're boarding the cruise and we're getting our first sea legs. Give me a second. I still got to deal with her. That's what happens when you're a caregiver to a dog. Hold on a second, my friend. Sorry about that. Okay, so The comedy sketch on the radio was Heathcliff and Gertrude are sitting, actually perched right above two guys in a dinghy. Gertrude, what do you see? What? I think it was Heathcliff. Goes, Gertrude, what do you see? Well, one of the birds said to the other bird that's pointing over here, saying, "Look down there. What do you see?" "I don't know. What are they?" "Two dinghies in a dinghy." I gotta find the original transcription to this one. I gotta find the original transcription to this Red Skelton joke because this one was priceless. It had me and Dave rolling in the car laughing our asses off. It's a good thing we didn't kill each other on the road. But we laughed our asses off on this one. Got over to the ship. I thought, what the hell did Jerry screw us over here? 3 days on an instant on a trip. It's a cruise ship. Yeah, I know, but look at this damn thing. I'm looking and I'm watching the ship. We were parked on the other side of the cruise terminal when they actually did have parking for both Catalina cruises, the ferries that go from LA over to the Catalina. And well before they actually had the solar panels, I watched this ship and I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is our ship? God, she looks like she's old. Yeah, she was back in the 90s. She was an old ship, but she's very seasoned. Very seasoned indeed. So we get on the ship. We head over to the bars, actually to the brunch area. Windjammer Cafe, slowly filling up, but not as much. So we got the front end. We got our lunch. We're at the window, and we're seeing down below, past the floor, and there's two guys in a dinghy. Heathcliff, what is it, Gertrude? What do you see down below? I don't know. What are they? Two dinghies in a dinghy. My brother and I couldn't stop laughing for 10 to 15 minutes. We're seeing these guys work on the docks a long time ago. I mean, they changed throughout 20 years. But they were working on the one docks. They're working on some stuff over there. We're laughing our heads off. We got the attention of a crew member and several passengers. I'm like, what are you laughing at? And we had to do the joke again. They're laughing their heads off. And we're telling them, this is Red Skelton work. Oh, we're seeing Red Skelton. I wish we had the camera. This would have been priceless. Oh, God, some things we lose in life. I swear. It hurts like hell when I keep losing things like that. But the memories, Don, the memories. It broke the ice on the cruise. For the both of us, we started to enjoy ourselves. I mean, yeah, we got on board the ship and we thought we were going to be enjoying ourselves, but we needed an icebreaker. And thank God for Red Skelton. May he rest in peace. Because that piece of comedy kept us going throughout the whole place, and this was... By the time our cruise ended, long story on the cruise, I just beginning to end on this one here. I never wanted to leave the ship. A first-time beginner gets initiated. But after that, I kept drowning myself with cruise magazines. I never bothered to get myself back on a ship because never had the credit or time. Now I got time, but I don't have credit. But it would have been well worth it to get back on out there sea again. And just deal with the timelessness of it all. I'm understanding more and more what the cruisers feel when they're out there. It's not what happens inside the ship. It's when you're outside. and you're experiencing it. That's the thing that gets to you right there. That's the thing that gets to you right there. Unfortunately, several years later, they had to transfer to another company, and then they had her scrapped. But she was a good ship. She was gorgeous. And this was well before we had the Mighty Mo move in. We had to get the Mighty Mo in this place, didn't we? Yeah. I wanted to go on a carnival, actually, just to see what kind of a thing it is. I understand carnival is pretty cool. I just hadn't experienced the LA version of it. But I remember the times when the Royal Caribbean couldn't deal with the LA market, couldn't deal with the West Coast operations heading down south because of everything else happening in Mexico during that time. Cartels, lives lost, shootings, madness. And it was endangering people, their own clientele. They shut operations. But I'm grateful that they still got the operations going again. And now they got a big monster. We got one of them. We got one of them monsters moved from the Caribbean over here, and they still like it. I haven't even tried the Vision, and the Vision's gone. Now you got the Megas. I wanted a nice smaller petite. Something you could be intimate and be seasick on. Yes, I know what it's like to be seasick on a small boat. About 1 or 2 miles off the coastline, bouncing around and feeling each wave kicking in, where you just want to not throw up, but you have to. On a fishing trip. Suffice it to say, on that particular fishing trip, one kid got his finger cursed and broken. I got sunburned, and I threw up, and I'm the only one who caught a fish on that boat, out of several kids and 2 adults. And we left out of Marina Del Rey on that one. We were supposed to be taking Dramamine. We did. And then we ate out on top of that damn thing. And that's what I threw up. I can remember it as a kid because I thought it's humorous. But at the time, oh, you talk about Johnny B. Sloop? Brian Wilson. Sloop John B. Should have been John W. Should have been a sloop of John W. Don, I hope you make it out of this. I'm praying one day we'll cross paths, mortally, on the mortal plane. Hopefully, either by sailing or by other things. You saved my life during COVID, more ways than one. I'm eternally grateful, pal. I'll see you soon.